Okay, so yeah, I'll. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? Papa Snow here, coming to you with some amazing news. Amazing news. When I say amazing, I mean life-changing news, right? In fact, I'm going to ask that everyone who is watching this, please go ahead and share this like right away, because this is amazing news that I think all of you need to get. I think everyone in Guyana needs to get this news like right away. This is a post that everyone should get because it benefits everyone who has children. It benefits everyone who is going in Guyana and in the Caribbean. Okay, this is huge. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. All right, I'm gonna wait a minute. I want to see like as many people come onto this stream as possible. Please help me share this stream. This is so huge. Okay, you thought the election was a big election, ain't even got nothing on this, right? Because what I do in here, no politician ain't ever do. No organization ain't ever do, right? Nobody I see who come to Guyana, come or left or come and go, or whatever the case, nobody ain't ever do this yet, right? But we've done it. And this is a big thing. And I could not have done it without the help of persons who would have made some donations and made it possible for us to acquire all of this. So this is extremely important, right? And I think it's about damn time we had something like this, because too many people in our country struggling, especially for a quality education, right? Too many people have been struggling for a quality education, and this program that we are currently working on will make it possible for every child in Guyana to get a top of the line free education. Okay? That's why this is so important. You ain't got to pay private schools no more, you know. Now, how long I've been working on something like this? It's been a little while, right? Right, this is why I'm asking you guys, just share it out, man. Share it out. Very, very important. Share it out. Right? Okay. So, now that I see numbers start jumping up there, right, it's very important, right? Because this is the type of stuff to change a country. I always tell people, right, you don't need to be a politician or a president to change the country. You got to be willing. Willing is the key. You must be willing to do what is necessary to change the country, to fix the country, to make things better. Okay? Now, see some numbers up there, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start talking about this, all right? So, we have purchased all of the CXC books. Every book that your child is going to need, all textbooks that your children will need to use in school, we have purchased them all, right? We are currently in the process of changing the format of certain things so that we can actually make it available for distribution to those who need it. Primarily, our children who are going to school, because they need it, right? Now, for anyone joining our network, or maybe you wanted to sponsor someone into our network, which is a low cost of $60 per year, okay? We are now able to provide all of their textbooks. Listen to that carefully. All of their textbooks that they will need for high school, so that they will have the learning material that they need to complete their CXCs. Okay? This is very important. Right? Let me just, let me show you why it's so important, right? Because a lot of people may not fully understand. Remember, we have a little school. We have a couple different branches of our school as well. And one of the things that we noticed was that a lot of kids smart kids. Their families just don't have the money, right? So how can they get a quality education if they can't afford the books, right? Hold on, let me just set this here and grab some of these other books real fast. Books, right? So it's up here a little bit. So some books I did not purchase, right? Because before I make a purchase of a book for distribution, okay, I have the task of having to go through that book. It's a lot of, I've already went through and reviewed all of these. That was last month's work for me, right? I read a lot. People have no idea. Plus, I still find time to do everything else, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so I want to show you something. Let's just look at your integrated science book. Okay, we're just going to look at this one for a second. I want people to pay attention to that price tag, right? That is 6,580 Guyana dollars. One book. Your child may be writing more than one subject, realistically speaking. Some people's children writing 10 subjects. Some people's children struggling to get through 4, right? But we understand that. Principles of Business. It's one of the other textbooks. And this one here is about anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000 roughly. So far, we done got about $14,000. 2 books, you know. Just 2. And these is damaged because they're paper. EDPM. Electronic Document Preparation Management, right? This book here is another $6,500. Right? We done hit about $20,000 in books right there. And we ain't even start nothing with books yet, right? That's just 3 textbooks. 3 that your children will need for school depending on the subjects that they're going through. Office Administration for CXC. This book is another $6,100. You done got $26,000 there. And I could keep going because this one is 6.5, Principles of Accounts. English A is another $6,000. Biology is about 7,000 Guyana dollars for the biology book, right? You get all of these books and more, for $60 US when you join our network. Actually, they're free when you join the network, but joining the network only costs you about $60 US per year. And within that year, if there's an updated series, you'll get it. Okay? Now, we have taken the time, taken the energy, and the initiative to make sure that we were able to turn all of these into an electronic format to actually ensure that all of our children will have quality literature that they need for school in their hands, right? When you join our network and you have children who are taking their CXCs or whatnot, we will provide them and facilitate them with the necessary books that they need, right? We have purchased these books for them to ensure that your children have a quality education. There's no reason for a child in Guyana after today to not be able to get a damn textbook to do their schoolwork. Okay? But we're going to go one step further. All right? Because our learning program is a lot bigger than a lot of people understand. Right? Spend a lot of money behind it to make sure that it's being built correctly, right? Now, over the course of the next couple months, our online teachers, tutors, and instructors that we have been training and working with for the last year will start coming onto YouTube to our special channels, so that we can actually give the lesson plans for each section in these books, so that your child can actually stay at home and have a teacher right there with them, free of charge. Okay? That means a private school education right in your house. You ain't gotta worry about buying uniform. You ain't gotta worry about finding extra lunch money. You ain't gotta worry about that extra transportation money to and from school. Right? They don't even need a computer. If they got a smartphone, they can do it from a smartphone. We have adjusted all of the information so that it is smartphone compatible. Right? Laptop is a positive, yeah. Computer is a positive. However, once you have a smartphone with a PDF reader, you got your books. And let me tell you something. Most of these children have smartphones these days. They don't got proper education, but most of them got a smartphone. So it is time that we ensured that we got all of them their education. Right? The number is 622-1957. Make sure you send us a message on WhatsApp. Please don't call me right now while I'm doing the stream. Right? Well, blackout and no internet, they gotta wait a little bit. I mean, I can't do too much right there, you know. But I'm able to get it to them. Right? This is a real thing. All right? I can't give them a generator. But if you put me in charge of energy in this country, I guarantee everybody get free electricity. That's a fact. However, I'm not in the energy right now. Nobody ain't selected me for minister, so I can't do that. They didn't make me anything, so I ain't got no time with them. I just know I'm doing what I could do for my people. Right? This is a big thing, you know. If y'all understand how large this is, then you would know what is about to happen here. Yes, Ganesh, the $60 includes all of the books plus employment guidance and coaching. Okay? There's a big thing, you know. Because you can sign up for a job or job training and still get access to that and get the materials you need for your children. This is reality. This shit is real. I'm not playing with you. So if you're home and you ain't got a job yet, and you got time and you need something, and you got time that you can learn, we can train you. And we can help you get the job. But more importantly than that, we gonna make sure your damn children get an education. We gonna make sure that your children get an education, because that is the true and only way to fix Guyana. We need smart people who are not lazy. If I say something wrong, let me know. You understand? And we're going to keep getting more books. And every time they update, we're going to get it and we're going to update it. And once you stay a member of our organization, you will forever have free access to the things that we provide to our members. Not to mention you get free software, you get free software training, you know, you get computer training. There's a lot of stuff you get. And all of these things that we do are geared toward developing you or your children or your family. Oh God, please somebody stop calling. Sorry about that. Right? So, see, that's why I don't like when people call me like in the middle of a vlog, right? Sometimes you're like, make you lose your thought for a minute. Right? But there are tons of different things and benefits that you get when you join our network. Okay? You know, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Guyana's a funny place. And what I doing now, plenty rich people and big shot people and politicians could have done. Real thing, you know. Plenty people could have done this, you know. But you see, the difference is that I'm willing and I want to do it. There are people in power. There are people with money that don't want to do this stunt for nobody, you know. Why? Because them own must be better than you own. And they use a broken system to keep it like that. They use a broken system to keep the masses down. Okay? So, I'm not here to deal with the small problems. Small problems you got every day. I'm here to deal with the problems that our country really needs dealt with. Alright? Right? I would hope that the government and everybody else would pay attention to some of the work that we're doing. Right? Unfortunately, people talk so much nonsense about me that no matter how much good stuff I do, they still care to me as a bad person. So fine. I'm a bad person, I guess. Right? I'm as bad as Robin Hood, who stole from the rich and gave to the poor. That is who I am. Call me bad if you dare. Right? Because we need a Robin Hood in every generation. Trust me. It's good for people. Right? But ladies and gentlemen, this is what real power looks like. You never see real power before. It's in front of your face all the time. This is what real power looks like. The ability to change the future is within these books. Once you put those books into the right mind. This is a fact. Right? Now, I'm not here for popularity. I'm not here for fame. I'm not here for any of that stuff. I ain't got time for it because all of that stuff we dead and left it. But one thing that will still be here after we dead and gone is the whole planet. Right? And the planet needs smart people. This is a fact. At least I know one thing. With what we have achieved here and what we are currently achieving, we will forever be immortal. We will forever be known as the network that brought free education to the whole of the Caribbean and other parts of the world as well. But I have to help my country first. Give my people an opportunity first. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, especially those of you who are very much like me, who likes to do charity and stuff like this, I can tell you straight, right? I can tell you straight, that is now an opportunity that you can make a one-time give and give to these people forever. Right? I'm about teaching a man how to fish. And if you're teaching, you need books for some instances. Right? They need to be able to go out. These children, and I can tell you, all children in Guyana, y'all ain't got no reason why y'all can't get educated. No, you know. This is a fact. No reason why you can't get your textbooks. Why you gotta use old book and book and all of these things. There's no reason for that anymore. It's took us some time. You know, and for a couple of this last, couple donations toward this, so that we are able to purchase all of the literature, because there's still more that we have to purchase. So if I could raise up some more money, we're going to get the rest piece by piece, but we're going to get it all. Like, seriously, we're going to get it all, and we're going to make sure that not one child in Guyana should ever need to find an exponential amount of money to get their school books ever again. That shit is done. Let me tell you this. It's done. I might have to do the same thing in another 2 years when the curriculum changes again for the next CXC. But everything that we're dealing with right now will be valid until 2022. And by 2022, when we know what the new curriculum is, we're going to do the same thing. And we will ensure that every child in our country has that opportunity to get their books. And here's how sweet it works. Because the child doesn't have to come in. The parent has to come in. And if that parent needs a job, well, you're going to get the job, plus you're going to get the education for your children. You're going to get career guidance. You're going to get training. Everything that I could possibly give of myself to this people, I'm going to do. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Because when I dead, another like me ain't coming. At least not for 100 years. Trust me when I tell you this. Many may not believe me. You might think I'm bullshit. But trust me when I tell you, another like me is not coming to this country for a very, very long time. Because most of the time when we come, we are persecuted, and we are crucified, and we are killed. I have already been persecuted. Many a times people have tried to crucify me already. I have not died yet, so I still got purpose. And I can try for help as much as I can help before I left this planet. Because only God knows what waiting for me on the other side. But I doubt it's going to be anything as frustrating as what's been going on now. Fact. This is a fact. So please, think about what I'm telling you. Think about what I'm telling you. And take advantage. Because trust me, nobody else wouldn't want to do this. No one. Because the amount of free work I gotta put in, nobody don't pay me for them. Okay? My blessings is from God, for real. I just walk on faith, right? I walk for faith and all. I just walk. But it's important for all of our children to learn how to do math. And if you don't think it's important, then you must believe that 32 is greater than 34. Or 32 is greater than 33, I should say. That is proof of how important math is. Okay? Reading comprehension, learning how to interpret a law because you can read correctly. Have you guys seen how dramatically important reading comprehension is in the Caribbean, much less in Guyana? This is a serious thing, you know. I want to prevent any of that bullshit from ever happening again, and we can do it. Simply by educating our people correctly, making sure that our children are adequately equipped. And then we can move forward. Right? This is a fact. Right now I've got people working right now just organizing everything digitally. Back out copies if necessary. You gotta type it back out just to make sure you got it. It's hundreds, if not thousands of hours of work. Real thing, right? Very important for people to know that. All right? So just letting you know that you are going to be equipped for your education through our network. Not just children, but adults who need to go back to school. There are tons of adults in Guyana that need to go back to school because you need credentials to achieve your goals. We can now facilitate all of your books. And through our YouTube channel, you will have your classes met out to you in any subject that you are studying. That's very serious, you know. Very, very serious. I don't think very many people realizes how serious this is. Yes, this is actually world changing. This is life changing for the people of Guyana and the Caribbean. Because these books are the same books they use throughout the whole Caribbean. So if you have family in any Caribbean island, they can join our network online and get all of these books. That power, you know. Power. That is power. But it took time. It took energy. It took persons getting on board and helping out. And it didn't take too many, right? Because we had like 4 or 5 people make some small donations over the course of this last 2 weeks. And we were able to get about 15 different types of textbooks. And, you know, we're still raising a little bit more because we still need to pay the people in the office who are doing all the fancy stuff to make it like, right? However, piece by piece, even if nobody don't help, I struggle and I'm making it. I just eat half portion and save the other half for help. Because when you really want something done, you get it done. You don't make excuses. You sacrifice. I've been doing a lot of sacrifice, people. Don't know how much more I could do before I fall to pieces, honestly speaking. But I'm gonna keep up the good fight as much as I could. Right? If anyone is interested in joining our network, or you got kids, family, maybe you're overseas and you wanted to sponsor someone into our network, you can also do that. The cost is only $60 per year. That works out to $5 per month. And within the first week, they would have received all of this stuff. They ain't even got to follow up with us, but it's in their interest to follow up with us. It's in their interest. Right? Remember, we have to pay teachers so that the teachers can do the video lesson plans. Because that's actually the next phase in this program, is to put together all of the video lesson plans so that every child in Guyana can have a teacher in his or her house on demand, dealing with a lesson related to the sections in these books, which is based for whatever subject that they may be studying. It'll be based on the syllabus. Right? There's no need to think that your child has to go to QC or School of the Nations or New Guyana School or any school for that matter to start getting a good education. Especially with COVID-19 right now. Because with COVID-19 right now, you can't even leave your house. At least with your children at home, Half that time we spend on Facebook, get off of Facebook and put your child in front of the phone or in front of the computer. Click on to one of our learning videos, which will work with these books that we are giving, so that your child can now learn a new something. This is a fact. This is very, very important. Because I can tell you the amount of people that come to me for a job. And my job is really hard, right? It's hard as hell. My job, I don't have an easy job. I could have probably I chose like the hardest job I could possibly find. I chose the job of helping people. It's a very hard job. In fact, I don't even think I chose the job. I think God just dropped it on me and say, "Hey, sinner, you wanna do something good with your life? Do this." So I said, "All right, God, a mighty big task. How am I gonna get it done?" And He said, "You just walk. Walk in the direction. And everything else shall be added." So I start walking. And piece by piece, glory to God, He's been providing solutions and ideas. And I realized that a lot of these things are things that people could have been doing, but nobody cared. That's all it is nobody cared. Nobody wanted to take the time. Nobody wanted to invest in our future like that. Aren't we as Guyanese worth it? Aren't our children, our loved ones worth it? We have so many leaders, but instead of helping the people, they profit off of them. So, I'm hoping that the people of Guyana, those of the Caribbean watching us right now, can understand how important this is. And it sucks that we don't see many people viewing, because realistically speaking, if I was cursing out somebody, or this was some type of drama or some elections nonsense, people up right now, we would have had 1,000. If this was controversy, we would have had plenty watching. But it's education. People don't want to learn. Most people don't care. Right? But somebody gotta do it. And as I always tell people, right, I'm not the guy that everybody likes. Furthest thing from perfect. But I'm the guy you call to get the job done. And I know we had an education problem in Guyana, and there's a reason why I said we had. Because we now have a solution. We now have a solution. We can now train both the children and the parents who were left behind. I didn't need to be a minister for do that. I didn't need to be a president to deliver free education to my people. And I want all of you to know that all of you can do magnificent things for one another. Don't depend on highfalutin people to deliver you what it is that you need. Just ask God and walk with some faith. And all else shall be added to you. That's a fact. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't raise enough money to pay the teachers, I will teach each of these books and each subject one by one. The worst that can happen is I get smarter. Sorry. And oh boy, they're going to be in more trouble the smarter I get. I can tell you that much. Because I've already studied all of these. I've already reviewed everything. Right? So, you know, a little bit more revision isn't going to hurt me. In fact, if I keep doing more, I may end up being the smartest person in the country, skunt. And that can be debated. Right? However, it took the man that people cast aside for bring this out. Oh, it's kind of bad. I am hoping that the Ministry of Education can work with us for this education program and help us so that we could get all of these videos and everything up based on curriculum and finally bring free education into the house of every child, because even though we could get every child in this country the books now, they're still going to need some guidance. This is a fact. Still going to need some guidance. Right? And, you know, Saturday morning at 9 a.m., we're doing orientations for persons who would like to join our network. We're doing orientations for people locally here in Guyana. Okay? So if you got family or friends in Guyana, or you're living in Guyana, hey Dolly, what's up everybody? Share this video with them. I'm not playing games, you know. I'm here to fix the problems. This is just one of many problems that I gotta fix before I leave this earth. Alright? I came to do something. I'm gonna get it done. Up to you guys if you want to take advantage. Alright? It's pretty straightforward. No bullshit. Right? So, for those of you who are interested in joining the network, finding out more about network services, you can call 622-1957. Just send me a message on WhatsApp, right? Because sometimes I get a lot of calls, and I've only got like one phone right now, so, you know. Could have had more phones, but we've been busy buying books for everybody else's children. Pretty much, right? Right, so, you know, just make sure that if any of you could help me, if you know about families or in this country right now, and you wanted to do something positive for them, I'll tell you one of the best things you could do. For 12,000 Guyana dollars, you can get one of those adults in that family to join our program, and we will train them and help them get a damn good job. And at the same time, their children are going to get all the educational material that they need to complete their CXCs. We're working on programs for smaller children right now. They're just not ready at the moment. We have been kind of underfunded in and out. So, Ganesh, that is jobfairworldwide.com. Okay? However, I did not release this information yet on the website because we had just finished certain situations today, certain things we had finished today, to make sure that for Saturday, certain things are ready and available for distribution from Saturday morning, right? So more than likely within the next 48 hours, you will see the updated information on our website. But we do have other programs. There's a lot of other information on our website as well. Remember, we are also dealing with the low-income housing program. Let's see if I can show you a little bit about that while I'm here, because we were just talking about the book stuff. Okay, let's go. See if this light turns off fast. I gotta change this light bulb here. Come on, light. Don't be a jerk. Come on. GPL like knocked me with a blackout earlier, and something went fishy with this light. I'm gonna have to change this light bulb. That sucks, right? GPL, you're a cross, right? Come on, light. Come on. Don't be a douche. Here we go. And God said, let there be light. Okay, so telling you a little bit about the housing program that we are dealing with, right? It's a low-income land program, right? This program that I'm talking about here now is actually designed to help the average man get a property or get a piece of land in a decent housing scheme, okay? No more ghetto living for anybody. I'm tired of seeing all my people live in slums, right? It's time for us to do something a little different, okay? Now, some of you would have noticed this. This is the first of our low-income housing schemes. This is the approved design by housing, okay? Let me turn this around a little bit. Do it this way. And there are 149 house lots that we have in our scheme. We have a school going here. I'm actually putting a network clinic here. My father is living here because, like, I'm living down here somewhere. There's going to be a masjid here, by the way, because someone else is going to be putting a masjid here, right? We have other lands. You know, if you wanted to put a church or something like that, you could put a church. We could use a church in the community for Christians. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. We have a recreational park here. And then I've got 2 larger areas for either sale or future development. Each of these areas here are approximately about 1 acre in size, right? Those are the largest lots that we have in phase 1 of our low-income housing scheme. Okay? Now, I also want to show you, because this is the permits letting persons know that well, you can see my name there and you can see my father's name there, right? Because we have been granted the permission to go ahead and to build our housing scheme there in Land of Canaan. So that is the actual housing from Central Housing and Planning. That is the permit there. Cameras, yes, we're always being watched. And this is also a pass from the NDC in Caledonia, who manages the Land of Canaan area, okay, giving us permission to transform the area into a housing scheme, right? Because those are all part of the processes that you have to go through, okay? Unfortunately, we had a delay because of this whole election and COVID and a corrupted government. We had a delay, but everything is going to be going back into order, thanks to the fact that we now have a better government in place. Maybe not the best government, but a better government, right? Now, this board here, everything with an X is someone that we are helping with the land. These are the lot numbers. So all of the lot numbers that are X'd off is someone that we are helping so that they can have their own property. And when I say low income property, I mean some of these people are paying as low as 10,000 Guyana dollars a month, and they are able to get their own transported house lot. Very important. After they pay off for the house lot, if they need help to build a house, we have a network credit union system that works for them that can help them out, right? But that is after they pay off for the lot. Once you hit $500,000 in payments on the lots cost 3 million Guyana dollars, right? But once you hit $500,000, which covers the surveying costs and certain other development costs, right? You can actually live in the land while you're still paying for it. As low as $10,000 a month is what you're paying for it, which is pretty damn good, right? And you can build your home and you can continue to have your life without a problem, right? You do have to become a network member to access our low-income housing programs, right? The name of the scheme is the West Amazon Housing Scheme, right? So as you can see, we still have maybe about 60 lots, house lots still available. Okay, so for persons who are interested and wanted to take advantage of that, make sure you get on board. Okay, and once you're a network member, you can access and we'll tell you all the requirements and everything else so that you can get busy to get your house lots. Emily, I have no idea. I think you're supposed to click follow or something. I'm still learning 1-2 things, right? So I'm just like, right? But yeah, this was a huge jump. This is a significantly huge jump for us. Because the reality is now we can finally say we can get free education here in Guyana. Just remember, it's Job Fair Worldwide that did it first, right? Very important for you to remember that name. Because when I'm dead and gone, the network will still be here. And they'll still be helping people based on the principles that we have set. Right? So, if you know that that your children and your family, maybe you want to go back to school, maybe you have a young adult who needs to go back to school, but the cost of getting the books and everything is too expensive, you can come through us and you can get them. Okay? That's just one of the benefits of being in the network. Right? So, we have tons of literature now, and we have our people, we have people working basically 24 hours right now until Saturday to get all of these things into the way they need to be so that they could be distributed. Right? What's that? What does Papa have to go quiet in the corner, not in the center? Is that option is going to anyone, bro? Oh, my father. Yeah, no, my father gotta go in the corner. My father gotta go till on the other side from where I live in, right? I love my father to death, right? But that's also that's his retirement community, right? And also my children will have their houses in that community as well. I have 6. Okay? So you know, I'm gonna make sure that that he's good. He's my pops. In fact, without my father, I wouldn't have even had the land, and we couldn't even do the low income program. But I've known that my father for the last 50-something years of his life, as long as I've known him, right? And as long as I've heard even people that know my father, he's always fought for something better for the people of Guyana. And as his son, and the fact that my father has always been like the one stable thing in my life, like throughout thick and thin. Never mind we fight and we argue and whatnot. He's been there for me, man. I want to see that his dreams come true too. So I took his knowledge, I merged it with mine and that of thousands of other people that I have been in contact with throughout my life, and we were able to get everything in place. There, Isri, it's 12,000 Guyana dollars a year, or 60 US dollars a year. That is $5 US a month to be a member in our network. And we help people with employment, and we are currently working on ensuring that everyone has free education. I don't know how much more I could do, right? Oh, and we're also helping them with housing, right? The telephone number, please WhatsApp me to this number. That is 622-1957, right? Reach me on WhatsApp, right? We do have an office number. That is 233-6997. Please only call that number Monday to Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Calls after that might not be taken as seriously. Okay? And, you know, we also have systems where if you need at-home tutoring for your children, if you need online classes where you need a teacher to work personally one-on-one with your student, we have those things in place currently at the moment. And I think it's like $35 US a month or something like that, and you could get a personal teacher working with your child every day at home via internet, right? We're doing that currently, helping a lot of people like that. All right, you know, so there's a lot. There's pretty much a lot, you know. There's a lot that we'll do. Yes, live. That's for live help. If you needed a teacher to work with your child live, it's about $35 US a month. And that's, you have a teacher live, like every day working with your child. Right? So, you know, I'm going to ask that everyone spread the word, share this video, and just take advantage of it, man. That's all I can say. Take advantage of it, because things like this don't always happen. Right? And once again, I'm proving to everyone here, you don't have to be a president to fix a country. You just gotta be willing. Just got to be willing. Okay? So, wherever there's a will, there's a way. Also, for persons who are joining the network, we do have a webinar coming up on the 13th, which is actually my grandmother's birthday. She's passed away, but I love my grandmother very, very much. Very great woman to me. She was always a generous and loving person. During she day, she had a couple man though. Yeah, Granny, you're hot, boy. I couldn't stop Granny. Yeah, but Granny did beautiful. Like, in fact, I got a picture of my Granny here. Right? Let me show you an old school picture of my Granny. Then back when my Granny, this is back when you didn't even have regular picture. When your picture used to get burned on wood. My Granny was a nice woman. Eh? Granny did catch a couple things well. Oh, Granny did doing herself. And Mitch, sometimes, you know how many times I ask the government to do things? People don't got time or nothing. Hopefully, maybe this government is something different. I'm tired of begging people for help, people, you know. I don't beg to help myself. I beg for help other people. And most of the time I get tired of that till I just do my own thing, and I said, nobody don't want to help, I gotta figure it out. Because what are you gonna do? Even if nobody don't want to help, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just die? You can't die. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. Whatever challenge, whatever adversity comes, you can't let it beat you. You gotta be smart. You gotta adapt. You gotta overcome. You gotta do that stuff. Right? However, if you ain't got knowledge, you can't do nothing. So that is why one of the principal things that I think was a priority on my list for Guyana, and at the same time that I did it for Guyana, because the rest of the Caribbean is also on the same curriculum, okay, I was able to do it for the rest of them as well, but is bringing free education to every man, woman, and child here in this country. Right? So, this is what I've done. Took some hard work. Got some good licks in the process, right? Plenty licks. Right? And, but today I can say we made it possible. And I wanted to say something. You know, in 2017, I was kidnapped and wrongfully thrown in prison. And even though I was wrongfully thrown in prison, I tried to teach some young black boys who were in prison. And because I was teaching them, these people drugged me out and beat me. They beat me like a dog. People got no clue. But I'm still here to teach your children, so that they don't become as ignorant. You see, we need to fix our country. And we can't do that if we hold on to hate. I still think about it. I still have injuries from it. It's forever damaged from what they did to me that evening. A couple of hours. You know what a couple of hours of getting beat is like? That really, really sucks. Sucks bad. Especially when you know that you were getting beat because you were trying to educate young black children. And there's not a black man then beating me. But it was an Indian man who ordered the beating on me. Guyana that. I don't forget you by. But even your child deserves these books. And I won't deny your family or any other children or adult from getting education. In fact, if they needed help, to the people that beat me and tortured me, I would still help your family for free. Because the only way we're going to make this world a better place is by being better people. Right? So if I suffer a torture, I didn't torture in vain. I torture for my God. All the stuff they did make me watch my family punish. It's okay. Well, it's really not, but what can I do? It doesn't pass. I can't live with hate in my heart, you know. And that's the problem with all of these politicians and most of our country, is that we live with hate in our heart. So I want to change that. If I could be an example, let me be one. Because we need to set a good example. It's about time that we did. Right? Julie, when school opens, the children have their books. They'll be ahead of their classes. That's all that's going to happen. Okay, Michelle, I'll check. Right? That's all that's going to happen. Sabito, I believe in Jesus. He died for me. He died for you. He died for all of us. I believe in all of the prophets. Every one of them. Because I wasn't there, I don't know. But these stories, their experiences have rang through history. And I know that many people could become ministers. Many people can become presidents. Many people can become business owners. But only a select few become immortal. So who God bless, may no man curse. And who God curse, no man can help. So, as the Bible says, do not take vengeance upon your enemies. Do not laugh at them or scoff when they are meeting their punishment. In fact, kill them with kindness and heap more hot coals upon their head. You see, going to church don't make you a believer. Because God is inside all of us. Just like the devil probably there wrong too. You got to know whose song you gonna dance to when that tune start playing you head. You gotta know who you gonna listen to. What part of your conscience is gonna help you make that decision? Are you going to address everything with anger or arrogance? fatigue, condemnation. Who are we to condemn an ex? I just see things a little differently. Because when I was lost, a shepherd came and found me. He reached me in the darkest of places. He reached me when I was most broken, and he gave me strength. He saved me, but he saved me for a purpose. I was supposed to die a long, long time ago. But I can't go. I can't left this earth until I done do what I come to do. It's almost torture sometimes, because I've had to endure a lot. However, if my king can torture for me and punish for me, who am I? So I can punish for my people. Let all the attacks, let all the drama, let all the hate come to me. It's a lot to bear. When it get too heavy, I just put it on Jesus' shoulder. And again. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do good, do good. Don't find an excuse not to do good, because there's always going to be an excuse to do wrong. Always look for that reason to do the right thing. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much everybody puts you down and spits on you or kicks you in a corner, shit talks you, whatever the case is, find the reason to do the right thing. And everything will be all right. So, that's what I'm doing. That's what my life is about. Everything that's left about me is to do that. And that's why I tell you, when I'm gone, there won't be another like me for a very, very long time. Right? Won't be another like me. So take advantage while people like me are still about. Because trust me, this system ending soon, you know. But soon in my time or your time may not be soon in God's time. That is for him to know. Because when he comes, he's going to come like a thief in the night. So it is written, so it shall be done. Just remember one thing. Until that day get here, your education is important. And your children need it. You need it. Our country needs it. We are plagued with illiteracy and mismanagement. So we need to train new leaders. So help me get the word out there. Thanks a lot, everyone. For those of you who are interested in supporting our program or sponsoring someone from Guyana, which only takes $60 a year to be a member in our program and actually get assistance with employment and education, okay? Then what you could do, you could actually call or send a message to 592-622-1957 via WhatsApp. You can send me a private message here on Facebook, and then I'll just direct you to the rest of the stuff, or one of our representatives will direct you to the rest of the stuff. Okay? Take care. God bless. And I hope you guys understand the magnitude of what it is that we have just done here today. Thank you. Goodbye.